This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and we're locking in for the Sunday Divisional NFL playoff games. We have two games. We have the Rams and Eagles kicking things off first at 3 p.m., and then we have the Ravens and the Bills at 6:30. Now, if you haven't watched the Saturday video yet and you're watching this before those games start, make sure you, after you're done watching this video, go to that video on the same YouTube channel and lock it in. As well as, if you haven't been paying attention to the YouTube shorts that are dropping, Ben's been dropping YouTube shorts. He went perfect this NFL first weekend of the wild card, and can only expect him to continue his hot streak. So we'll see what happens. But make sure you're not only paying attention to these long form videos that I do, but also the short video stuff, because we're having a lot of other content creators coming on and dropping videos for you guys. Which is all of this, again, for the trillionth time. All of these videos aren't just, hey, here's a pick, lock it in. These are, this is how you use the tool. Use the tool as the people on the video are telling you how to use the tool on your own. Practice. Use the Discord to get feedback on if you're looking at things correctly or not. And that is how you lose less often. If you're simply just waiting to see a video drop to lock it in, and you don't do anything else, you will lose a lot of money this year and next year and the year after that. You have to nip it in the bud. You got to take control, hashtag apply yourself. Use this app on your own. Use the Discord for back and forth communication. Hey, am I looking at this correctly? Am I using this right? There's 15,000 plus people in there. More than happy to help you out. Apply yourself. That being said, we have two games, and we're going to do what we always do on the show. We did great on our own end for the wild card weekend, not including Ben's perfect streak that he had on his end. But if it's not broken, you don't need to fix it. We're going to do the same thing we always do. We're going to set the line to 40. We're going to set the accuracy at 50. And we have, it seems like every time we do this in the playoffs, we have four to five players that hit the bill. So we have four players. It looks like they're all from the same game. So we, of course, the biggest name guys here. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Cooper Kupp, and Puka all have a line that's 40 or higher, and also all have an accuracy that's 53.8% or higher. Everybody's projection. Let me scroll down. You see Puka. So you see Puka, line 91.5, projection 89.8. Cooper, 43.5, projection 42.95. Smith, line 54.5, projection 55.29. Those are all like ridiculously close, less than 2% difference. And then we do have AJ Brown 69.5 with what, like a 5-yard difference. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna flip to different so 7.2 difference is what we're trying to beat here. So it looks like FanDuel has slightly better lines if you're going to go over on Kupp or Puka, because it takes them from a less than 2%, 2.6 to a 3.5, but it doesn't create really any cushion for AJ Brown, which was already the biggest play there. Nope. Just trying to see here, looking at all the receivers at the same time. Let's look at A.J. Brown real quick. Yeah, he only had one catch for 10 yards. There was a lot of memes going around in the last, 5 days of him on the sideline reading this self-inspiration book. And now that book, I think I posted in the Discord yesterday, that book became a bestseller on Amazon overnight. And then the head coach, Nick, for the Eagles, everybody's like, is he getting in trouble for reading on the sideline? He's like, why would I know? Some players pray when they're on the sideline in between them going on the field and off the field. Some people, listen to music. Some people read books. Some people meditate. And that's just AJ Brown's thing. In between stuff, he just reads. He's a reader. But as you see in this graph here, so yeah, so last game he had 10. He only had 1 catch. It was 14 days, so roughly 2 full weeks between his 1 catch game and his Dallas game. Because you remember the last game of the season, Week 18, the Eagles pretty much benched all of their starters, which is why you don't see anything in between these 2 dates. But kind of hot and cold anyway in the games that mattered. And the accuracy is not as sexy as I would like it to be, but it's not the worst either. So I think what we do here is we probably should let's just look at rushing yards. There's only one player that has a line of 40 or higher and an accuracy of 50% or higher, and that's Kyren Williams. But his projection is literally identical to his line. 74.5, 74.34. So before I go to a different stat, we're going to go to our new tool, props comparison. We're going to go to look at Kyren Williams and see if there's anything lower than that line there. So rushing yards. Oh, wrong game. I was like, where's Kyren at? We got to pick the Rams game. Rushing yards. There we go. So ESPN has a 69.5. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back to the predictor. Look at ESPN. All right, so we're back. So we looked at ESPN. We have Kyren Williams. The reason why he's not popping up when we just had the 50% accuracy is he only got 40% with ESPN. So these numbers here are a lot lower than DraftKings and FanDuel, because if you remember, we had DraftKings and FanDuel since this essentially since this app launched. That's just we've had it since day one. But only recently have we incorporated some other books like ESPN. So there's only 5 games of data here. In the 5 games of data, it's saying that ESPN's line to our AI hit rate is only 40%. We know over the course of the entire season that he's been doing what is expected, whether it's going over or under. That being said, this is similar to kind of the AJ Brown difference of 5 yards, but I kind of like the last 10 and even the last 5 a whole lot more than AJ Brown. So Kyren Williams, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 of his last 8 games he's hit this. You see 71% of the season, 70% last 10, 80% last 5. I saw a stat during the last playoff game with the Rams. Something popped up on the screen. Something along the lines of, they said he had the NFL highest touches, not even just like rushing yards, but I think just like the most touches or something like that. I think it's the most percentage of touches of his entire team, of his offense. So anyway, the Rams offense, what I'm trying to say is the entire offense is built around this man. The better he does, the better the receivers get open, which is why Puka always has another great season. Not as great as last season, I don't think, but I think we might be going Kyren here. I think they're just going to be just pounding him as much as possible between the tackles, around the tackles. Yeah. So in the last 3 games, his rush yard average is 84.64. And even though the projection is 74.34, his average is still pretty high. But of course, Eagles a little better of a team than some of these guys here defensively. But the fact that he's still getting his yards, and let's even look at the full last 20. Like, dating back, the last time he had less than 62, less than 56 yards was the second week of the season. So yeah, he's consistently getting the rock. So I think this is what we're leaning for, because again, referring to the accuracy, you can look at FanDuel 61 or even DraftKings 58. Oh no, so that's not. Oh, sorry, wrong stat. 62 for FanDuel. 68.8% for DraftKings. So again, I think this is what we're doing. Yes. So we're doing Kyren Williams over 69.5, which is the line available on ESPN. And we're going to also check the 2.0 tools to see if there's anything that pops out there for the Sunday games. So this is interesting. So the first thing I look at before I look at anything else now is I start with the accuracy. Both of these teams have to have above a 50% AI accuracy, and they have a 71 and 85%. So essentially it's saying in 14 games that we have recorded all of the data and projections for Baltimore this season, the AI has been correct on either side of the money line 85.7% of the time and 71.4% against these games here. Currently, Baltimore is minus 115, which is a 53.49% implied chance. RAI is saying they actually should have a 62% projection chance to win. That's an 8.51 difference. And if you get anything really close to a 10% difference in NFL, and it's not telling you the underdog's favorite, it's the same favorite side, that's something I typically like to look for. And if we look down here at the bottom, Philly has a minus 250 money line. Minus 250 means a 71.43 implied chance. RAI is saying they actually they're projected to win, but instead of a 71 implied chance the sportsbook says, RAI says it only should be a 61% chance. So it's saying definitely do not bet Philly money line. You probably should do LA Rams spread if anything. But I think we're going to go Baltimore here. I'm going to go Baltimore minus 115. And then we're going to go over Kyren Williams rushing yards, which was 69.5 on ESPN Bet. Kyren Williams, 69.5, Baltimore money line. Those are our two plays for the Sunday divisional games. We're going to be dropping a video every single day that there's an NFL game. Tomorrow, depending on what day you're watching this, tomorrow we're going to be dropping a college football final video, and then probably Friday we're going to get back into our daily NBA routine. So make sure if you're not yet, subscribe to this channel. I know I mentioned this on yesterday's show, but thank you again to all 5,000 plus of you who have subscribed. It's a very nice tier to hit. We're far away from our 100K subscriber YouTube goal, but 5,000 is the first tier. The next one's 10K. So make sure that you're not only subscribed, but you're also sharing this YouTube channel, sharing the app, sharing the Discord to all of your friends and family who bet on sports. Because if you don't, I think you just don't want to see them succeed, because this is a no-brainer situation. This app is free to learn how to use. The Discord's free to join. The YouTube's free to subscribe to. We give you an insane amount of things for free to make sure that you're on the right track. And then once you got a good idea of, yes, I know how to use this app now, you upgrade like everybody else, and then sky's the limit. But good luck, everybody, with all of your bets you're placing this weekend, and we'll see you on the next show. Good luck.